What's going on, guys? In this week's video, I figured I would show you some of my favorite travel books. These books are, of course, good and have good information for traveling, but they're also good if you're like on an airplane or a train or traveling somewhere and you just need something to do and you don't want to be on your phone. So with that being said, let's get into it. Alright guys, so getting it started off with two books here, both by the same author, Gabriel Morris. He also has a YouTube channel called Gabriel Traveler, and I really like his books. So we'll start with this one. This one is all about travel tips. There's also a little bit of travel stories in here, but it's mostly about travel tips. And it's a really good book. I've read through it. And yeah, there's some really good travel tips in here. It's actually how I got the idea for some of the stuff to buy. Specifically, actually I can show you because I have them right here. These two things, which I've showed in previous videos. Both of these were mentioned in his book, which is why I bought them, because I actually hadn't thought about that. So this is a great book. It is $10, so it's also cheap, and overall it's a good book. This book I actually just got for my birthday, and I haven't finished reading it. You see this is my bookmark here. But so far it's been pretty good. There's some really good travel stories in here. It's about him hitchhiking, which is why it's called Following My Thumb, referencing, when you still got your thumb to hitchhike. And yeah, it's a nice book. Some good travel stories so far. And look forward to finishing it. I believe this book is $20 or $25, so it's not that bad. And overall, they're both two good books. I would recommend both of them. Alright guys, these next two books are both by National Geographic. And this one specifically is very big. It's also a hardcover. And it barely even fits on my table, and especially compared to this one, you can see just how much bigger it is in this book. So anyway, we'll start with this one, because I also just recently got this one for my birthday as well. So we start with this one. This one is about the United States, and it has 5,000 ideas about all 50 states. Not 5,000 about each one, but 5,000 total. And there's also mentions, oh yeah, here it is. It also talks about the 10 Canadian provinces inside of it. But yeah, I looked through the whole thing. There's a nice picture of Seattle, or maybe that's Toronto. I don't know, I don't remember. I know they both have Space Needles. It looks kind of like Seattle, so I'm gonna say it's Seattle. But yeah, it's a nice book. Actually has some really good ideas for like a US or Canada road trip. And here's just a little bit of the inside. This is the random page. So you see kind of what it looks like, and it does this for every state. So here we have the state of Minnesota. And just gives like 4 pages total, like 1, 2, and then 2 more pages about each state, and same with the Canadian provinces. And overall, it's a great book. And this book that I just recently got, I have not had a chance to look through the whole thing yet, but it's called Destination of a Lifetime, and it says it's 225 of the world's most amazing places. And so far it's been a really cool book. So you can see this picture here is of the sunset in San Juan. There it goes, San Juan, Puerto Rico. And it just has some really cool places in it. And it has, talks about like Petra, the Great Pyramids, pretty much all the big. Well, this one's cool. I haven't seen this one yet, actually. This is in Uruguay. You can get my shadow out of the way. There you can kind of see it says Uruguay right there. It's actually really cool. But yeah, that's what this book is all about. And like I said, I haven't got the chance to look through the whole thing yet, but from what I have looked through, it is a great book. So I would also recommend these two. Although the only thing that sucks about this one is a little bit heavier. So if you're taking on an airplane, that might suck for you. So you might not want to take this on an airplane. But if you don't mind paying a little bit more in case your bag's overweight, then definitely take this book. I also forgot to mention how much they cost. So the Destinations of a Lifetime book cost $40. And that is this one here. That's just this bigger one. And it is $40, and then the 5,000 Ideas one for the US and Canada cost $25. So I forgot to mention that. Alright guys, and my last and final book is called Sky's the Limit, One Man's 70,000 Mile Journey Around the World. It is by Eric Giuliani, and this book is actually really cool. So the way I found this book was I was doing a project for a class of mine, and we were basically just doing a book report or like a literary analysis of a book, and I was looking through travel books and I found this one. It was interesting, so I bought it. And basically the story behind this book is this guy right here basically hated his job and he loved traveling. So for a year he saved up all of his money, and then he set out and traveled around the world for 3 years on $25,000. And he did it all without flying. And he also did a lot of other tips to save money, like he would email every hotel he could find. Like for instance, he started here in Cape Town, South Africa, and when he got there he emailed every hotel and hostel he could find, and basically he would offer them for a week of room and board. He would make them like, you know, a new video or take pictures for their website to post in exchange for a week of room and board. And a lot of places accepted it. He ended up going almost an entire year without having to pay for a single room. So yeah, I would highly recommend this book. This is a great book. I've read through the entire thing, and yeah, I love it. And the fact that he did all of it without flying once is even more impressive. I mean, if you look just even at the scale, I mean, going this whole distance without taking one flight is just insane. So yeah, it's a really cool book. And I actually talked to the author when I was doing my book report or analysis. He's a really cool guy. So yeah, I would definitely recommend this book. And I believe it is $18. Nope, $17. You can see right there. So $17 for this book, and it's an amazing book. So I would definitely recommend getting this book. Alright guys, that's going to do it for this video. Here's one last overview of all the books. And hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram at TravelCaleb, where I post all kinds of stuff. And I will see you guys next week. See you later.